Hi guys, how are you? My name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder of AutoGrow.co, as you may already know. And you might be looking in the background. Some of you have seen my past videos. You might be wondering, okay, where is Matt right now? I am actually at the library being productive, being very productive, in fact. If you've seen any of the past videos, you might know that for the last year, I've been traveling outside of the US to Colombia, Costa Rica, Colombia for the last 6 months, actually, Costa Rica and the Dominican Republic. It's been great. It's been awesome. And I'm back in New York now and currently looking for an apartment. But until I have my home office set up, I'm working from the library, which I think I might still do anyway. But I digress, because what this video is really about is about, yes, being productive, but how can you, dear viewer, how can you triple your productivity using my simple DOME task system? The DOME task system, okay? So I did two things at the beginning of 2017 that helped me to dramatically improve and continuously, even to this day, keep having massive gains in terms of my overall productivity day to day. The first thing that I did was I got out of a really, we'll just say a bad relationship that wasn't going anywhere. And if you are having difficulties in terms of just people, friends, family members, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that is just sucking energy from you, you may want to consider either limiting those relationships or eliminating them if the circumstances call for it. But the second thing that I did that I felt had a huge, because getting out of that relationship, yes, I had more energy and that I could just devote to my business, but I developed the DOME task system. That was the second thing that I did. And before I did this, I just felt very stressed by the business. Day to day, the work that I was doing felt uncertain. It felt like I was controlled by my work. Yet as an entrepreneur, why do we start businesses? We start them because we want to have an impact, yes, but we also want to we want to earn a better lifestyle by contributing and taking the risk of starting our own businesses, okay? And so I had come up with this one idea called a kill task, where each day I would decide on what was the number one most important thing that I should get done for the day. That would be my kill task. It would be, and I call it a kill task because a kill task is something that you will beg, borrow, steal, and literally kill for. Okay, maybe not literally, but beg, borrow, steal, and kill to get done. Hence, kill task, okay? And that's kind of where it all started. And let me show you where it has developed to today. I think you'll really like it, and it's very, very simple. Let me go ahead and start up the whiteboard. And I want to keep this video short and sweet, so I will get right into it. Okay. So, line blue. Okay. So let's say that you just have a regular notebook, and I think it's important actually for anyone who is really into their computer or tablet or smartphone. You know, you can have all the apps that you want. This is an offline app, if you will. This is something that you should just get a separate notebook for. If you have a journal, put it in your journal like I do as well, and draw the following lines like I do, okay? So once a week, I put this at the top of the page, the window pop up there, DDOME, and then task, okay? The first D stands for done, as in what time was the task actually done by. The second C stands for due. When is the task actually due? In terms of, the time of the day. The O stands for the order. The M stands for the amount of time it's going to take, in other words, minutes. And E stands for energy. Task is obviously description of the task, okay? So then I go ahead and you want to just draw a line, a column down each way. This. All right. And what I like to do also is I'll often just put, little boxes, kind of like check boxes, if you will, or just draw circles. I'll tell you something funny. So I used to draw actual boxes, like squares. Now I just draw circles because they're faster, and it saves like probably 2 seconds. But hopefully that tells you that I've been optimizing this system for a little while now. Anyway, so this is the basic layout, and then you want to use what I call a template. And this is kind of a new innovation that I just added to it, because day to day, if you're always coming up with like a custom set of tasks, I find that it's not that enjoyable to spend your time planning, and you just want to get it done. You want to do it as fast as possible, because if you have to think about, okay, what's the next task and the next task, and it's a lot of little decisions, even if you do it at the end of the day or at the beginning of the next day, you want to minimize the amount of time so that you can put more of that time into just, relaxing after work, or just more time getting work actually done. So using this template, I'll show you what I have for mine, for example. So my template looks like this. So gym, we start the day with gym. Get the energy going, get the blood flowing. Meditate for about 15 to 20 minutes. Novel. So I put 95% of my time into my business, autogrow.co, but I recently completed my first draft of a novel, and so I spend about an hour every day editing and rewriting that. And I have my kill task for the day, put that in all caps, just so we take it really seriously. This is what we have to get done for sure. Code, coming out with our product, software-based product pretty soon. QW for quick win. QW, quick win again. And journal and reflect. All right. So I'll briefly talk about each of these and give you an example of how mine looks. So this is the template, and it gives me a general sense of, what I'm going to be doing at any given time of the day, but what exactly that is, it changes. And the priorities can change, and as your priorities change, for example, I may not be the one coding our software in maybe 3-4 months from now. But to get things going, get things launched, for right now, I'm happy to do it. I like doing it. But if that changes, I'll just change up the template, right? And for anything that's long-term, like that can be one of the elements in your template. And for me, having 8 items in my template, I found is the optimum amount, because every time that you complete a task and you check it off, you cross it out, it gives you a little boost. It's very similar to the neurological response that your brain gets when you get a text message. You get like, ooh, a little burst of dopamine, because someone just reached out to you. But in general, in terms of completing tasks, your brain has a similar response. So it's positive reinforcement. Okay. Related to that, what's great about this is that it gamifies work for you a little bit. So for example, I like to put a due time the day before for my first 2 tasks. So for example, I might want to have gym done by 9 a.m. and I want to be done with meditation by, 9:30, for example. And I'll just show you that, for instance. And as long as I get it done by that time, I record that. Okay, maybe I get it done by 8:59 a.m. Awesome. Okay, so I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, or 8 a.m. Awesome. I'm an hour ahead. That's more time. I can finish work earlier maybe and go relax or whatever. Okay. You can plan it all the way to the end of your day if you want. You can add up all the minutes. Okay. And how did the minutes actually come into this? Speaking of minutes. So for each task that I'm doing, I will set a timer. I use, what is this app that I use? I use onlinestopwatch.com, online-stopwatch.com. Super simple. You can keep it open even if you're offline and it will work for you. You can also just set a timer on your phone. Just pop in the number of minutes there and you'll be good to go. And when it rings, you know that, okay, task time is over and you can either choose to stop or keep going a little bit to wrap it up and then move on to the next thing, okay? So you're kind of like on a little treadmill and you know that by the end of it, by the end of the run, so to speak, you will have completed what you need to get done for the day, okay? And it gives you an idea too, so that, even when you're asleep or when you wake up the next day, you just feel prepared. There's less guesswork. Things feel more controlled. They feel more predictable. So therefore you enjoy the work more. Your energy is higher and you're more productive for that reason too. Okay. Energy, this E for energy. Why do we have that there? So E for energy is based on, is it something you are enthusiastic about? So E can also stand for enthusiasm if you want. Or it can stand for energy. Is this something that by the end of completing it, you will feel like it has sucked your energy? And why do you want to do this? You want to do this because it kind of sets an expectation for you too, because as you go through the day, if you suggest to yourself even, the idea that something is going to boost your energy, it usually does, okay? And it can make you more productive and can make the work more enjoyable as well. Further, this is useful because if many of your tasks are draining, you can put them back to back with tasks that raise energy, lower, and then raise it. Therefore, it doesn't feel as grueling or as difficult as it would otherwise. So manage your energy. This helps you to do that. The order too, just knowing the order that you do things in, some days you might want to switch it up and kind of experiment, find, what is optimized for you. So for me, I kind of like to put the kill task early on in the day. It's kind of like, okay, eat your vegetables before you work on, the more enjoyable tasks. So I really like coding, but as long as I get the kill task done, it would feel great for the rest of the day. And then I can, kind of everything else is almost like a bonus, if you will. So it should be something difficult. A kill task I find usually takes about 60 to 90 minutes. So you can also time box these as well. Okay. And at the end of the day, I'm always journaling and reflecting because I find that actually writing down on paper, thinking about how the day went, helps me to identify weak points and how I can improve the system going forward. Okay. And have a better day, more productive day the next day. Okay. So that is really the DOME task system in a nutshell. Once again, DDOME, done, do, order, minutes, energy, and a description of the task. Also, use a template, highly recommended, and don't include too many tasks. Okay. You'll feel like your work is more predictable. You'll feel more in control of your work day, and you'll be able to finish work earlier so that you can go be healthy, spend time with friends and family, have a good rest, and get up and have a productive day again the next day. All right. So If this video was helpful for you and you want me to do future videos like it where I talk about productivity, ways to save time in the future, leave a comment, let me know. I would love to hear from you. And as I've said in other videos where I usually talk about sales funnels, if you want me to consider answering a question about sales funnels or something related to digital marketing in your business, do leave a comment as well, and I'll be happy to consider it in a future follow-up video. All right? So my name is Matt Ack, as always, in the Matt Hat, delivering you your daily dose of Matt Hacks. Keep hustling, stay focused.